Oh my goodness, this nigga's still talking.
Yo, welcome to the Just Talking podcast. This is Nah. How y'all been? I'll give you time to answer. What's wrong? Cat's got your tongue? Damn it, bro. It's fine. It's not like I practice these intros. And that's not sarcasm. I don't. But, how y'all been, man? For real this time. Has the world been treating you right? I took a break last week. You know, I just felt like it was needed. I'd just been working so hard. I just felt that it was right for me to take a break. You know? Focus on the things that really matter. This is the part where I say things that matter. Nah, bro. It was just I felt like the episode that I put out, the last episode I put out, it wasn't the best that it could be. In the sense that it's weird, but in a sense it feels like I was rushing it. Like I didn't fully explain things that I would tend to explain. I didn't fully elaborate on things that I would elaborate on. It was just a mess, in my opinion. I Not to say that it wasn't. I didn't have my moments. All right, not too much. Not too much on the host. Not too much on the host. But you know, I felt like I just wanted to. I just wanted to sit down and make sure that when I'm recording a podcast, I'm not looking every 5 minutes to be like, all right, how much time have I recorded? How much time I have left? Because it felt like I was doing that a little bit too much in that last one. So it'd be like I'll talk about something for a few seconds and jump. And it's, look, I'm not saying that that's not what I usually do. However, there's a lot more rhythm to it. It's a lot more smooth, man. Alright. Gotta be smooth with it. Alright, as Stephen A. Smith says, it's flowing. What is that joint called? It's fluid. It's fluid. It's fluid. It's fluid. You feel me? But yeah. News for me, man. After researching for some time, I finally found the correct combination of exercises that I'm going to use to repair this knee issue, alright? I've low key already started on day one, and I'm letting you Negroes know right now, alright? And non Negroes, we are a very inclusive podcast. I'm letting y'all know right now. All right. Last time, the few people who see me on my last endeavors on the court. All right, a nigga had to play like Jokic because a man could not jump off his right, and my right is my main jumping leg. You feel me? Like I be doing the what the ta. You feel me? Y'all don't even know, bro. Y'all don't even know. Y'all think the ta 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 is the same thing as the pa pa pa, and I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you, it's not. Like y'all just not ballers for real, man. I am though. So I'll continue to use sound effects to explain each and every individual move that I would do instead of just using the name like a true baller. All right. Let me stop. But yeah, man, I've just been moving smooth with it, man. A first topic that I guess we can talk about. Y'all seen that Niles stuff or Lyles? Let me see. But Why is it feel like my bookmark? Did I put it on the wrong bookmarks? Jesus. I was marking the wrong thing. Alright, I guess we're not going to talk about the Noah Lyles stuff first. What we will talk about first is this one joint that I read. And my opinion on it, I think was pretty smart. But essentially, it's one of those like Reddit stories. So, as always with these, take it with a grain of salt because a good amount of these are just fake as well. I forgot what Ida means. Aida. Let me not say Ida. I know some of y'all freaks in here are just like, he's an eater? Oh my gosh, I think he's an eater. I think he's a munch. Yeah, nah, I can't be on that. Not to say I wouldn't be for the right girl, but not now. Stop it. AIAT or is it TA? AITA. All right, bro. I suck at acronyms, bro. This is why I could never join the. Oh, am I the asshole? Bro, I suck at so many acronyms. Am I the asshole for being honest with my girlfriend when she asked me a question about the birthday cake she made me? I, 34 male, had a birthday just yesterday and my girlfriend, 36 female, offered to bake me a cake. I told her I would prefer a chocolate cake, devil's food with chocolate icing and nothing fancy. She is usually a great baker, and I guess she thought that wasn't sophisticated enough or something. She baked me a chocolate cake with vanilla icing between two layers of cake, then surrounding choc in chocolate frosting. Now, just to make sure, for you big niggas in the back salivating, all right, caught making everybody in the front have to pick up their feet so they weren't paying attention. He wanted a regular chocolate cake with chocolate icing. Devil's food chocolate cake. All right, the chocolatey of the chocolate, bro. All right, and then she decided to make a chocolate cake with vanilla icing between two layers of cake, then surrounding chocolate ice frosting. I think the only issue is the vanilla icing. There wasn't even vanilla cake for real. Afterwards, he says, the cake was fine, but I was disappointed because it was not what I wanted. She must have noticed and asked me if I was disappointed, so I was honest with her. Yes, I was disappointed. It wasn't the cake I asked for. I said if I wanted vanilla in a cake, I would have asked for the vanilla in the cake. I didn't make a scene. I didn't pout. I even ate half of a slice. The chocolate. I even ate half of a slice. The chocolate part. She got upset with me and said, but I made vanilla cake before and you liked it. And I pointed out, I don't mind vanilla icing, but it's not what I wanted for my birthday. Her feelings were hurt, and she even pulled out, I'm not going to make you any cake next year, to which I replied with, I will order my own and get my money back if they don't do it how I like it. Apparently that was the last straw. She asked me to leave, later texted me that I embarrassed her in front of her kids, and now she won't reply to my messages. I think birthdays are an important thing, and I feel like I was honest with her when she asked me. I didn't want to lie about it. My friend told me I should have been grateful she made me a cake at all, especially one I've eaten and liked in the past. Maybe I overreacted a bit, though I don't feel like I did. Hope to get a second opinion. Ada here. He said AITA here. Am I the asshole here? And to that, I'll say the only thing that I would say he was an asshole. He a little bit sassy with was the way he was responding with the cake stuff. Like when you say if I wanted vanilla in the cake, I would ask for vanilla in the cake. All right. Yeah, I think that's a little bit aggressive, bro. And this is just cake. Like, is this just about the cake, bro? And then when she said, I'm not gonna make you a cake next year either, and then you hit her with the I will order my own and get my money back here. They don't do it like you already knew. You knew. I will say, okay, the person who posted this story on Twitter, Amit said, "Oh hell no, I hope she never responds." And her next thing is, y'all, he literally ate around the vanilla icing. Icing he's eaten before. Icing he has no problems with before, like a fucking child. Sure, she could have made 100% chocolate cake, but how childish and petty he was about a cake that took effort and time to create just for him. And I agree with that, but I feel like the moment she put the vanilla in there, it wasn't just about him anymore. Like, can we be honest? Did she not insert herself into that part? It's his. I'm just asking. It's his birthday, and it's supposed to be about him, but for some reason, it wasn't. That or not to say it wasn't, but for some reason, it just had to be like. It just. I do think it's like there's something to be said where it's like, sure, you should appreciate things that people do. You should show gratitude, but it's like, and obviously, like I said, for cake, this is not that serious. But like, if you're trying to put vanilla frosting in the cake, when I told you I just want all chocolate. Like I will say, if this nigga specified all chocolate, like, and he was really heavy on the specifications of all chocolate, it might not be the first time, bro. This nigga had to specify for her not to put her own spin on it. And like I said, sometimes a spin can be okay. But I'm just like, I feel like for certain people and certain events, that joint's important. Me personally, I don't take a lot of my personal events that seriously, to be honest. But I 100% understand where he was coming from, and to be fair, this is shit that y'all wanted. He was honest and vocalized how he felt and his emotions in the situation. Isn't that what you guys want a man to do? Instead of what many men in the thread said they would have done. They said they would have just been upset in silence, and then when they were asked if there was anything wrong, they would have just said no. A majority of men in this thread were all like, "It's not that serious, but it is kind of crazy." The guy that quote tweeted it was all like, they are both being childish, but to be fair, he was honest and he did tell her what he wanted for his birthday. It wasn't like he didn't vocalize perfectly, and then followed up with being, truthfully, I'm only saying he's childish because as a man, you have to bite the bullet sometimes. Simply accept certain things to keep the peace. And it's crazy how many people were trying to come in here and immediately be like, she is not being childish at all and everything. And I'm like, nah, she's being somewhat childish. Because just like how you guys can say that, oh, the cake isn't that big of a deal. If you guys are saying the cake shouldn't be that big of a deal to him, to what extent should it be as big of a deal to her? It's just cake, right? It's just food. That's her man. You putting cake and food over your man? And I'm gonna say this. If you are asking me a question and you don't want to be embarrassed by the people around us, then don't ask your question when people are around us, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think this fake situation in the sense of like, I don't see how it should be an issue on either side. Like, it's just crazy. Um, Moving on from there. Brief little like just intermission chat about. Um, I think that what I'm finna do soon is a lot of these episodes are gonna be end up being re-uploaded on YouTube. So if y'all onto the YouTube, you're gonna start seeing them pop up and everything. But the plan will be that I'm trying to think because my issue is I have multiple issues. I don't. First issue is there's gonna be a pivot, and the pivot may or may not include the podcast by the end of it, by the end of the like pivot. But that pivot is very dependent on a lot of the other stuff that I have working in the background, in the sense of like not even like about the podcast or even YouTube and content creation in that sense. Just a whole new different avenue in which if I'm able to do that, I wouldn't have an issue with moving on with the podcast because they can mutually benefit each other. But if I don't end up doing that, I do run the risk of this being effective in a more professional sense. So I'm kind of on the screen of that and everything. And so I'm like, I don't know if I want to like try and push to be bigger and whatnot. I'm kind of in that ground where I'm like, yeah, I can see the next level. I just don't know if I'm trying to take that step. You feel me? But I think for now, what I'm trying to do is that I'm gonna put because I don't do my podcast video like so like y'all don't see my face, y'all don't be seeing the screens or nothing. But like, what I'm probably gonna do is I'll probably insert it with gameplay. That way, at least when I make if I do some shorts and whatever clips, what I can do is that I can just use the gameplay as the screen still. So there's actually something with my voice in the background and to make it a little appealing. Did I get too far from my mic? I'm sorry. But yeah. I think that's the next move right now. What I'm finna do first is start collecting gameplay. I also want to try doing it more where pushing out the newer stuff rather than the older stuff. Just because like I've always tried to do this podcast to the extent where I'm being comedically honest with a lot of things. It's to the point where I'm not even trying to focus on anything too much because I don't think anything's really that serious in the grand scheme of things, especially when you put it into the scope of your own life, which a lot of people tend to end up having to do or not, or even struggling to do in some cases. I think that at the end of the day, a lot of the stuff that's online or whatnot, they don't be affecting us. It's just fun stuff to talk about, things to pass the time, and I'm here for it. In my understanding of that, I feel like I'm gonna move into like not into anything different per se, but I just feel like the things that I said back then may not perfectly reflect me now. And not that I'm afraid of it, because I still don't think I was like ridiculously wild, or as much as I could be. Nah. But I think that there are certain things or certain manners that I'm not a expression. I'm not really I'm not two and two. You feel me? Like or at least in the way I said it. I will say that a lot of the issue with a lot of people is the way and the manner of saying things. And while that does annoy me sometimes, because I feel like two people are too fixated on that, and it's just an excuse for them to avoid actually hearing and paying attention to the grander message being given. While I feel as though that is true, I do think that there is some validity to the statement where it's like, if you're trying to be helpful and good to people, then, well, you'd want to like talk to them in that type of manner. That way they also understand how to do it, I guess, in a way. Now, does that mean that I'm not going to be harsh and go crazy with my criticism? Oh, fuck no. I'm just letting y'all niggas know. Stay in tune. Like, we still here, nigga. Like, what you mean? Did you think Do you think we was done? Y'all thought we was finished? I don't remember the fucking.
You got all.
Okay, real quick, I did finally find the
World champion.
Noah Lyles joint. So we're gonna talk about the Noah Lyles stuff real quick. All right. Now I'm gonna play this video. Y'all can find it. It's not that hard. But Noah Lyles throws shade at the NBA's World Championship when they're doing the NBA Finals. We'll listen to the quote real quick.
World champion of what? The United States? You know, the thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times. But that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA. World champ.
And before I even say anything, I seen a quote tweet, and it was, "Damn it, no way that you're gonna do me like that, bro. Dang, bro. There's no way, bro. They literally made me lose the quote tweet. I clicked on quotes, and there was a TikTok video that them niggas were going to give me to explain and tell me why this nigga is right. This is crazy. Oh, I found it.
What?
Perfect explanation, goodbye. Let's do it. America equals world. That's
The
what it
United
says in the joint.
Why are Americans mad about facts? You got all these NBA athletes tripping in the comments. KD, D-Book, Dame, Aaron Gordon, Tyus Jones. Why y'all tripping? Anyone with some common sense would know if you call yourself world champions, the competition should be open to the world. You do this for basketball, you do this for football. You call yourselves world champions in a league that is domestic. Now your argument is that you have the best competition in the world, which is true, but your league is still not open to the world. It's a domestic product. World champions of the National Football.
I have a question. I understand kind of what this guy is saying, but the fact that this person quoted it and said perfect explanation, then goodbye, is just crazy. Because what the fuck are you talking about then? You quite literally just said, I understand that it's more a representative of the fact that it's the best of the world, and then you keep on saying you have to make it open to the world. Do you mean there has to be clubs from the world? Is that what you're saying? For it to be world champions, we would have to have clubs of different countries. Again, look, if niggas want to argue just the straight semantics, that's fine. But when you quite literally in your argument say you understand why it's given that, and you understand that words, titles, and names aren't literally literal, I don't understand why we're having this conversation. But go on. Go crazy, bro.
League, it's the National Football League. World champions of the National Basketball Association. Do y'all not know what national means? No other country, not even a continent, does this. Let's look at soccer, for example. The UEFA Champions League. They call themselves the UEFA Champions League winners, or the champions of Europe, not the world, because they have some common sense. And the UEFA Champions League is by far the most competitive soccer league where all the best clubs play. They don't call themselves world champions. But Americans have this weird thing where they think the world revolves around them.
Bro, I will say that it's also a little bit different because people from the European League are all working to get into the NBA, or a lot of them are working to get into the NBA because they know that that's like it's literally dumb because you're just getting hung up on semantics, bro. It's cool. You wanna be right, dog. It's okay. We want to just talk about, we want to dick ride fucking English. All right. But when we try and say that things aren't so literal in a later sense, then niggas are going to get all their panties in a twist. And B-Soul is probably the one that explains it the best in the sense where he's like, he's right. Because he highlights to the rest of the world, I don't say he highlights, but he makes sure to mention on his to the rest of the world, quote unquote, world champions refers to countries specifically competing against each other. This champion in best league equals world champ shit is a USA thing. But he immediately says, ultimately, semantics though. I'm like, fine, bro. The United States has never like been serious about the way they shit. But I also don't want to hear shit from UK niggas. Why the fuck is the bathroom called the loo? Nah, disrespectfully, bro. Not even respectfully. Goofballs. About to go and piss in the loo. Nah. See, that don't even sound right. Well, I gotta go to the loo. Nah, see. I can't. I gotta go to the loo. To the loo. Jesus. Is not serious. Let me see. What's another thing? What's something else that's pointless that I can yell into a microphone about? Man, whatever, bro. School's just started. Hey, to all you students, in faculty, you know, get them back into the groove of things. How's your classroom running, huh? How's the engine of learning going for you? You enjoying your time there? Man, my little sister, she just got into high school, and she was on the phone with her friends, man, FaceTiming, opening up their schedules, seeing what classes they had together, man. And that was a time, man. I remember back in the day, you know, when at least for the PW kids, you know, Parent Portal, that was our grade book. What we used to check our grades, you know. I know some niggas even had Canvas. I think Canva or whatever that joint is. I think some people even had it back then, but some other shit. But niggas could see all the classes that they would have like the night before type shit by going on that joint. So you could literally put out your schedule for real. And that's what some people do. Some people put out their schedule. Nah, I mean, me personally, you know, call up the guys, get the group in there. We see in, hey, yo, what the schedule looking like. You know, after we had our first year in high school and shit, niggas were all like, yeah, we know how the lunches work. So let's see, hey, yo, what your class is like. Seeing if most likely niggas gonna have the same lunch. All right, we gonna see each other when we sees each other, man. So it's good to see that some things don't change, you know. I feel like a lot of things in this world is just, it's not the same as when I was growing up, as when I was a child. The skies were like gloomier. It's like, nah. I don't know, man. It was just interesting to see. I be seeing your little sister. I'm like, man. I'm glad that you're enjoying yourself, even though I be feeling like she be getting a lot more, or at least kids in general. It's like there's more leeway and less of it at the same time. You know? Because, like, I won't lie, when I was a child, the way my mom would be more willing, like, so willing to just put us in an area and then just leave, she'd be like, yeah, nah, I beat these kids hard enough. They're not gonna mess around and fuck shit up unless they want another beating, you know? So it's like, she could expect us for the most part. You know, we had a hierarchy, all right? Obviously, the most blame usually goes to the eldest. So, you know, they gotta come with the power and then delegate it around. And from them, that is where the true struggle came in. All right, like, Niggas had literally like like it was real politics. I feel like in some households, man, we just had a lot of siblings, you know, and sometimes you had to win against your parents. Sometimes you had to win against your other siblings. Sometimes other third parties, man. But you just had to fight for your right. Funny to mention that, man. I seen this one Instagram reel, and it was funny because my cousin liked it, and it was basically, let me see if I can find it, because I want to look at it a little bit before I just explain it. Every African child realizing that you won't get freedom in an African home till you take it, and then this is the sound.
I go pierce my nose. Semi-real then tattoo my body. After that, I go lock my hair. Take advice from nobody. Make friends with bad guys. Bye-bye to decency.
I won't lie, bro. That last part. Make friends with bad guys. Bye-bye to decency. Like that part's crazy, bro. Say bye-bye. Oh my gosh, yeah. One more time.
I go pierce my nose.
I was just upset. I was like, why does this nigga put this on my fucking my page, my For You page?
Take advice from nobody. Make friends with bad guys. Bye-bye to decency.
Bye-bye to decency.
I go pierce my nose.
Yeah, bro. It's just like, man, that shit crazy. Especially when you seen it live, man. Even people in other households, I'm like, dang, she let you do that? And like, nah, she didn't let me. No. We had arguments. I just remember this one story, and I feel like I told it before, about one of my cousins telling me when I was in middle school that his mom, when he was trying to grow dreads for the first time, his mom and his uncle came into his room at like past midnight. This man was already sleeping. Made sure to have this man held down and shave this nigga bald in the bed. All right? And I won't lie. That shit happened to me. I'd be too upset. I'm getting to the point where I'm like, who you gonna find to hold me down? So I'm not even pressed for real. I shouldn't have been pressed because I was already at that point for a while, but now I'm like, yeah, we can really just let this shit grow. All right, what's that one J. Cole line? From here on out, my hair grow out. I care about opinions. I butchered the last part a little bit, and even the tempo a little bit off, but you know, I'm still here. We're killing this, man. But yeah. Yeah, man. You gotta fight for your rights. It's fun sometimes. Time on growing up again. It's fun sometimes. I feel like, and especially for my little sister, since she's like the furthest age gap of all of us. Like between me and my oldest sibling, that's only like 4.5 years. 4.5 is even pushing it. It's like 4.25, really. God damn. My fault. Twitter has been fucking trying to get as much fucking. There's basically accounts like crazy clips and shit like that where it's just people getting fucking attacked, hit, and like this bitch. I guess she tanked like a car drifting like hella full speed because that joint whipped her across the joint. She flew. And she flew, bruh. That's all I'm gonna say. God damn, that shit surprised me. I was not expecting to see her fly like that. Nigga, oh my gosh, bro. Are these old black chicks real? I don't know if I talked about this one on the other podcast too. But there was that like one troop of fucking old chicks that were just trying to dance at a Target and everything. And then I seen, is this the same chick? It might be the same chick that posted the picture. But she was all like, she went to a Trump, she said, saw a Trump rally and decided to crash it. And she out here dancing in front of a Trump rally. And I was like, dog, you lucky that most of these niggas is old, all right? Because if not, and if these weren't old and they got a little bit darker, and you out here by yourself doing this goofy shit, all right, them niggas will put on their hoods real quick and get to putting in that work on you. Man. I don't understand why people would why you would do that to put yourself in just the danger. Aaron Gordon has been in Serbia for a minute. Sibling check. I'm number 4 of 7. I'm just reading random tweets on Twitter for a little bit, but this one is kind of crazy. Sibling check. I am number 4 of 7 on my dad's side and number 1 of 3 on my mom's side. And this nigga's a dickhead. I won't lie. Nigga quote tweeted and immediately said, "Me and my siblings have the same parents." What's your issue, bro? Why? What? She wasn't even on that type of timing. Yeah, this nigga geeks though. I respect that nigga's hustle, man. But let me see. Let me see if I can get a little bit news for y'all. Maybe. Let me see. What y'all think about the sports leagues this year? I feel like last year was just a whole bunch of crazy and funny shit that happened. This year, I don't know what's about to happen. Like, to be honest, like when I make my Western picks, I feel like there's gonna be like, besides the Nuggets, because I feel like Nuggets are locked in, guaranteed top 3. I feel like any other team in the West, for example, specifically the West, they could be anywhere. Like, you could argue the Lakers having a phenomenal season, especially seeing how Austin Reeves is playing internationally. But then, you could also easily argue that they could probably only be like a 6 seed. I would argue more the Warriors being at the bottom of that race than being on the top, but still, there's a lot of teams where you could just like, you know, the ceiling is here and the floor is here. There's like not a lot of teams where the clear floors. Even OKC, they can sneak up there. The Pelicans, if Zion is back, is guaranteed a top 6 team. It's guaranteed top 5, top 4 team in the West, top 4. What do you guys like? That's what I'm saying. And it's not even just that. You look into the only other sports league I really be following, NFL. I don't even follow that for real. Like, you look into that shit and you're just like, what the fuck? There's a whole bunch of, like, what is it called? I don't even know. What is the division the Patriots play in? The Patriots division. All right. The Steelers division. Patriots division is AFC East. What is the Steelers division? Like, there's just so many divisions where you're just like, I don't even know who the guaranteed, like, who the locks for what is. Let me even keep thinking. Patriots division, because there's 8 divisions in total. Patriots division, I feel like more than a third of the division. So let's say more than, probably up to half of the divisions. So there's probably 4 divisions where it's all like 1 through 4. Obviously, I bet you could probably do 1 and 2 pretty easily, but even those are probably interchangeable. And then 3 and 4 are definitely, and you can even, and some joints, who knows? But let me see. The Seahawks one, which is Seahawks, 49ers. Damn, how am I forgetting this one? Is Vegas in that one? Nah. I'll remember it late, some of them, but those are that division is a little bit tough. The Broncos division with the Chiefs. I think that one is the one though with the Raiders. Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos. I'm forgetting who the last person is. Obviously, you do have the trash division, like the one with Carolina and Atlanta, and the Saints and the Buccaneers. That's guaranteed trash. But like, I don't feel like there's a lot, or the division where it's like the Eagles division, NFC East, I believe. Like even that one where I'm like, I know the Eagles are gonna finish first, but it's still nice to see the other ones fight. But you got the Browns is in the Steelers division, and in that same division it's the Browns. It's the fucking dang. How am I forgetting who else it is in that division besides the Browns? Browns, Steelers, Ravens. Dang, who and freaking this cigar guy, bro. The cigar toting motherfucking. Man, you know who I'm talking about, man. The Bengals, man. Joe Bengals. Alright. I feel like there's a lot of like purity in like a lot of the leagues nowadays. Maybe that's what it is. Obviously, there's certain joints that got their advantages because like it's basically mobility quarterback heavy league right now, to the point where I think the Jets aren't going to finish number one in their division. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to be crazy amazing. He'll be cool, I guess, but I don't have high expectations for the Jets like other people. Colts going to be trash. No more Jets Saturday. Man, I gotta go to Boston, bro. I wanna go and talk to some of the niggas with the accent, bro. Man, I went out to the pier on Saturday, and you don't know what that guy said to me. He said Let me stop. I can't even do a Boston accent that much, bro. I can do like certain words. I'm just not that good at accents. Like, I feel it'd be fun to get better. Just because it'd geek if like, like you be mimicking niggas, and then sometimes you actually what that nigga be sounding like for real, and it just makes it funnier. I feel like if I do that, it'll be raps. Like, I'm not even talking about like podcasting for real. Nah, I'm talking about real life. All right, you niggas fuck with me. I learn your intonations. It's over. All right. It's just gonna get real embarrassing the way I'm about to make shit sound. Niggas be forgetting I'm a narrative builder here, alright? We is very pro narrative building, alright? I am pushing shit crazy, left, right. I'm the news cycle. I am Warhol. In other news, the Women's World Cup is over. And I believe Spain was the winner against England in overtime. And the Spanish FA chief Rubiales finally apologizes for Hermoso kiss, apparently. Now, I'll admit, I'm not too crazy knowing the situation. I'm going to let somebody else explain it real quick. Rubiales. I actually haven't even seen the kiss. All right. I'm going to react to it. All right. You guys should react to it. Holy shit. Ain't no way that man just full-fisted her.
The president of the Spanish Football Federation
All right. So they are hugging, all right?
has been slammed for this.
Grabs her, the back of her head, and immediately lips to lip.
Luis Rubiales kissed World Cup winner Jenni Hermoso on the lips during the medal ceremony. She said afterwards she did not enjoy that, but Rubiales rejected suggestions it was inappropriate. The president.
You know, the worst part about it, the worst part about him rejecting that it was inappropriate is that this nigga did it, and then his defense, or at least what was reported as his defense, was that he had a conversation with her prior where he had asked if he could kiss her, and she had said yes and given her consent. Now, looking there, I can see where there could have been a proper enough conversation. All right, first it is like just a hug, and it's like doing the little side kiss on the cheek, I think, or whatever. You could argue maybe that's when he would have said it, but I don't think there was like a good enough time before he could exclaim that he actually properly asked, because he definitely didn't ask right before kissing. And I won't lie, it man was like, his eyes was closed a little bit. He knew what he was going into doing. He had them like, but he didn't go slow. I will say, the only thing, because like when I first heard about it, I hadn't seen the kiss. The way it was described to me seemed a little bit worse than it was. I will say this. It's still inappropriate, and I think it's crazy as to why this nigga would do it. Especially once I start like really showing what this nigga's past is. But it was like it's a kiss where I'm like, I don't think you should do it to a nigga either. But I feel like I've seen like it be done like to guys internationally. Obviously, I feel as though there is more of a level of consent there, in the sense of like, for example, I feel like the biggest example that definitely comes to head where I can like point out and name it, I feel like Tom Brady and Robert Kraft have done it before. But obviously, with their relationship and how intricate it is and everything, they're okay with doing that. It's not an issue. Especially since Tom Brady has also expressed that he's willing to do it with, or I don't like, maybe the phrasing for that is crazy, but he's willing to kiss his kids on the lips as well. So that's why I'm like, it's not something I have never seen in sports world, I guess. I guess the manner of it is kind of like, what the fuck? But the people defending it look less crazy than I had initially thought. They still look crazy because I'm like, I don't know, like, if that was your gal and she won something and bro went and kissed her like that, I don't think you'd be chatting like this. So I don't know why you defending bro now, but okay, you got it. Let me see. I'm going to try and find more of where this guy starts talking about this guy's past a little bit. This is gonna be one of those moist critical. If you know him, Miss Charlie Penguin Zero. I'm gonna play a little bit of his video.
Nothing wrong, and the truth will come out. The woman that he unconsensually kissed is named Jenni Hermoso, and she did speak about this. She said, "I did not like this incident. I felt vulnerable and a victim of an impulse-driven, sexist, out-of-place act without any consent on my part."
And she wrote this on Twitter, now known as X. The Royal Spanish Football Federation has stood by the president, threatening legal action against Hermoso and others. FIFA has also banned Rubiales and the Spanish Football Federation from contacting Hermoso to preserve her fundamental rights. Following the kiss seen by millions of viewers around the world, Hermoso says she has been asked to alleviate the pressure on Rubiales. After the news of the FIFA ruling, the RIFIF, which is the Royal Spanish Football Federation, named the interim president and said that Rubiales maintained his innocence, which I do think is crazy. I feel like FIFA is just one of those like harder set on their things though, where it's like, yo, we don't give a fuck. All right, we run shit and we do shit how we want to do it. Kind of like Dana White, but like less like overtly like crazy with the way they do it. Cause like I don't know if y'all niggas heard about the way they be doing MMA people. Apparently now they're trying to put in MMA people's contracts that the MMA owns part of their business now. The moment if they make any business, which is crazy. Because they're already not allowed to put any of their sponsorships on their shorts anymore and shit like that. So I'm like, fine, you can do the short shit, fine. But like taking a cut of their business, yeah, nah, you can suck my fucking dick. That means that you think that you own me. If I can't make a business outside of you, that means you own me. You think that you own me. Go and kill yourself. But that's on Dana White. Let me see. Play a little bit of this part where he talks about the legal action
against Hermoso and others, which is a fucking unbelievably evil action to take. She was just up there collecting her award for being on the winning team of one of the biggest events you can imagine. And then out of nowhere, like a jump scare, this Cronenbergian horrifying freakazoid grabs her by the skull like Omni-Man about to crush Speedster's head in the...
Yeah, I won't lie. The way he grabbed her was crazy. But like I said, I feel like those behind the head grabs is like a little bit more common, like the sporting things. And then they'd be like doing that. But again, usually it wouldn't be like somebody that you don't feel like you're that comfortable with doing that to you. It would be like a teammate, or maybe if it would be like the owner to the specific star player. I don't know if Hermoso is like very much a star. I will admit it, I don't know ball on women's soccer, but
Federation.
I don't even, honestly, like, after Messi kind of left, I don't know how much ball I know about current soccer.
From contacting her to preserve her fundamental rights following the kiss. And apparently, she'd even been asked to alleviate the pressure on Rubiales.
I think that one is
the
crazy.
Absolute gall to say that to her. Listen here, miss. You've created a lot of problems for Luis Rubiales. You forced him to kiss you on the lips. You were sending all kinds of signals that he picked up on.
I think he going a little bit crazy. Because like obviously I hope nobody was like saying that she was sending signals, because she was just standing there being fucking like grabbed and kind of unable to move. I don't know like what signal could have even been sent at that moment in time. Like if niggas had that argument, yo, just piss on their grave, because them niggas is not trying to take an L, because that's insane. I don't even know. Let's see their ironclad evidence though.
Are on her way. Like,
wait. Actually, I do want to. This is the important part.
And everyone else is as well. So their big stage. This is your fault. And now, obviously, she's very upset about this situation, and everyone else is as well. So there have been some resignations until proper action is taken, because right now he's getting a slap on the wrist. They want him to resign from his position following this scandal, which I think is a reasonable request, but instead he's just getting a little bit of a little
timeout,
a timeout, basically, and that's about it. He's not facing real consequences for these actions, and also this is not the first time.
Remember, that's what they kind of wanted the Suns. That's what happened to the Suns guy, the owner of the Suns. They only wanted to reprimand him for a little bit, but the players were trying to push for him to sell, so he just sold off of like good. Like just to get out of the bad ire, and it's just crazy, man. Can you believe two different owners sold after having while having CP3 on their team? That's crazy. CP3 is injury prone for real, because he be breaking everything.
Luis Lyles has found himself in some really degenerate hot water. Apparently, he was even siphoning funds out of the Federation in order to spend them on orgies. This is a
And this is the part where I'm like, yo, why y'all niggas need to pack him up today? Oh my god, bro. The annoying, like, my annoyance when I found out the Black Stars were siphoning money, and I was all like, no, y'all were siphoning so much that it was obvious that you guys were siphoning money. And it was actually disgusting that people didn't find out sooner. Alright. Made shit have to close down for almost damn near a year and some change and shit. Man. And then, like, look, this nigga doing it the same thing, and they know what you're siphoning the money for? Fucking orgies? Pack that nigga up today, bro. That nigga hell was holding her close for a different reason, bro. And that's why I'm like, yeah, nah, I can't trust that nigga. The moment I found out this, I'm like, yeah, nah. Like, you did have a slight glimpse of hope with me when I was like, I've seen that type of kissing style before and whatnot, and especially specifically in sports. But I already acknowledged, like, nah, but that was not the time for it. I don't even need to know any extra real context. That was not it. Niggas should know. Especially since I've never even heard a controversy of like this happening before, which means that nigga was just like feeling himself. He was just so excited. Like, come on, bro. Calm your ass down, bro. This is why we gotta put some niggas down, bro. All right, this OnlyFans stuff has to stop. It's destroying a lot more than you know. Yeah, I'll play a little bit more of this.
Actual deviant. This is a fucking bad person, and yet he still has this incredibly high position of power. It's mind blowing. So I went over this on stream where I learned about it. So I'm gonna show you those clips.
I'm gonna let him talk about the evidence that Rubiales' camp gave.
Believe nonsense. So a lot of the professional players are withdrawing. They're saying that they will not play again for the country until Rubiales is removed from his position. And the Federation is saying that they actually have an obligation to participate if they're called for it. Like, no, you can't do that, which is a scary thing to say. Why not just actually remove the problem, which is Rubiales, instead of punishing everyone else who wants to make sure that it's a safe environment for everyone? But anyway, their evidence is that there was a deleted statement from Hermoso who said that she was totally okay with it. And Rubiales gave a speech saying several times that he would not stand down and called it unjust campaigns and fake feminism. He called the kiss, which took place after Hermoso.
Fake feminism, unjust campaigns. Golly. This nigga's been taking a page off of fucking old Donnie Boy.
Collected her winner's medal, mutual.
Old Donnie Boy with his
mugshot,
man.
Asked the athlete for a small peck.
Man, I'll talk about that joint a little bit.
If you watch the clip, this is not a small peck, I don't think, by any stretch of the imagination.
I'm not gonna say it was a small peck. No. But it definitely was no tongue.
But anyway, she still came out and said, like, no, that is also just not true. She said that at no time did the conversation to which Mr. Luis Rubiales refers to in his address take place, and above all else, was his kiss ever consensual. She felt vulnerable.
I would also say, like, y'all niggas better go and get the statement then. Like, y'all talking
and
crazy.
Was not respected. So, this is all just actual nonsense here.
And he summed it up perfectly. I'm not even gonna take too much of your time, Charlie. Go ahead, go and do your other streams and other videos. You feel me? All right, I'll close it up here. All right, I kind of got this. This is my audience. All right, lot smaller, but you know this is mine. What is that one joint? It's like, this is mine, man. It's not as good as everybody else's, but it is good enough for me and some joint. Man, I'll end it with that one meme, bro. She's beautiful to me, all right? You guys are beautiful to me. All right, we'll do it with that. All right, and this is done now. I'm going to catch y'all on the next time, bro. Drink water, bro. All right? Fucking dehydrated fucks.
was the Just Talking Podcast.